What's up, creepers? And Christy Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Ironically, I'm here working on a Jason Voorhees figure that I got from a fellow little toy maker on Instagram, Flanagan Creations. I'll try to remember to put a link to his stuff down below. I'm also wearing my famous mask since '82, and what makes this so famous is I had to correct him to get the t-shirt to be proper. And actually, believe it or not, the t-shirt has more to do with what we're going to be talking about here than the little figure, because Friday the 13th is coming back finally after long litigation. So we got a couple different angles to go to here. Will you not be blue anymore, Mrs. Voorhees? What the fuck? All right, she's no more blue da boo dee da boo da. Friday the 13th, the name and all that, the characters and stuff have been in litigation for a while. There was a loss that came out that after, I think, 30 years, a writer can reclaim his property. Victor Miller, the screenwriter for the original Friday the 13th, took advantage of that law to claim ownership of the characters from that movie itself. Sean S. Cunningham fought it, and it was on for a long time. It kept going back and forth. Victor Miller won. Of course, Cunningham and his production company fought back. They appealed it, and finally, Victor Miller won his franchise rights, or whatever the heck it is that he's going to win. Tell me down below. I'm not a lawyer, nor do I give a shit about litigation or any of that crap. I just know it kept Friday the 13th from being created, any kind of Jason Voorhees or anything to lure around the whole Crystal Lake thing. So, moving forward, when I first heard today that there was going to be some more Friday the 13th, I got excited, and of course I jumped right to the article that I was told to come see. And unfortunately, the article itself doesn't really have much to say. It just says, happy campers, more like dying campers, just in time for Halloween. Peacock, probably the greatest name of any fucking kind of streaming service, because you pee with your cock, so it makes sense. Has announced that it has gone straight to series on Crystal Lake, a prequel drama based on the hit horror movie French fries franchise, Friday the motherfucking 13th. People are speculating that the show is actually going to be called Crystal Lake. I can only speculate that it's going to be Pamela Voorhees and the day-to-day goings on at the camp. I don't know if it's going to be before Jason drowns or after Jason drowns, or if it's going to be during. And maybe it's going to set forth another series of movies. Maybe it'll be, Jason being picked on, mom trying to fix it, and then all of a sudden Jason drowns and the mom takes up the camp. And then we get a movie? That would be awesome. A movie would actually be better. But I don't know. I don't want to sign up for another streaming service, but I'll do it just to watch this. Last time we got a Friday the 13th series, it really wasn't anything to do with fucking Friday the 13th. It was about an antique store. Kind of like a Needful Things kind of a situation, if you've ever seen that movie, a Stephen King story. About an antique store that gives you your deepest wishes at a price. The devil gives you what you want, but it doesn't really turn out the way you hoped it would. But going back to the t-shirt, the reason I said that this had more of a relevance to it than, a connection to this than it does to, because it originally said masked since 1980. And if we recall correctly, she killed everybody in 1980. Jason came out in 1981, but wasn't masked in the hockey until 82. So my nerdum gained me a free fucking shirt. And the reason I'm putting the two together is because he thought this was the deal when he wasn't. So now that I've proved myself worthy and I've spoken on my thoughts on this, I'm gonna stay optimistic about it. I'm gonna stay very optimistic about it. And apparently, it was announced on October 31st, which would make sense given what they said here, just in time for Halloween, even though the show hasn't come out. So I am definitely going to be keeping a fucking eye on this one. We'll see what happens with TV. The Mandalorian, I know it's Disney and everything, and it's not a slasher franchise, but these things can be translated that way perfectly. And I'm sure Enemy Mine, not Enemy Mine, what was that one with the alien and the Alien Nation. It's a fucking great TV show. I don't know. A lot of people didn't like it. I liked it. What are you going to do about it? But the movie was great as well with James Caan and all that. Good stuff. But this, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to come of it. And I'm sure everyone's going to hate it regardless of how good it is. Just like Halloween Ends. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. In fact, I'm going to do my commentary track at some point today and put it up, late because I can't do anything on time. Maybe I'll give it to you as a Christmas special. Fuck you. You'll get it when you get it. So let me know what you think about this. I'm pretty excited. If you can't hear it in my voice. Who do you think would play? Here's the question. Who do you think would play a fantastic Pamela Voorhees, a young Pamela Voorhees? I want your answer down below, for real. I want to see, and if there's any like true Friday the 13th fans, maybe we'll get like a little subgroup of people, and we'll gab about this shit in some kind of a sub thing. If you join my memberships or whatever, I think it's down to $1 or whatever. I finally fixed it. Join, don't join. I don't give a shit. I don't do anything with it anyway. I have emojis. You can have some fucking emojis for $1 a month. Do whatever you gotta do. I don't care. Either way, I hope you're doing well. I'm really happy that you came by and watched this. I really am. I changed up how I said it because I don't want it to sound so fucking repetitious, but I can't thank you enough for watching. I really can't, guys. I hope you had a wonderful and safe Halloween. And until next time, again, I hope you're doing well. Take care. Creep it real. We got a new Creep it real sign over there. And bye-bye.